When the sun had set darkness and fallen, a smoke and fire of the blazing torch appeared and passed between the pieces. On that day, the Lord made a covenant with Abram and said, to your descendants, I will give this land from the Wadi of Egypt to the great river, the Euphrates, the land of the Kenites, the Kenizzites, the Kadamites, the Hittites, the Perizzites, the Raphites, the Amorites, the Canaanites, the Girgashites, and the Jebusites. So God will give the righteous children of Abraham these lands, right?
Yeah.
All right. Did the Israelites ever control these lands?
Not yet.
Not yet, right? Now watch this, guys. Did the Muslims control these lands? Did the kingdom of Ishmael control this land?
You're asking me?
Yes.
Yeah, part of it, not the whole thing, because at some point, yes, at some point.
All of it. So the kingdom of Ishmael controlled all these lands, right?
Yes.
Okay, beautiful. Now, guys, he just confirmed to us that the kingdom of Ishmael fulfilled God's promise to the righteous descendants. The Israelites didn't, but he said what? Not yet. Watch how I'm going to decimate him now. Because in Joshua, look what Joshua says. So the Lord gave Israel all the land he had sworn to give their ancestors, and they took possession of it and settled there. Hold on a second. At the time of Joshua, they controlled all the land sworn to their ancestors?
Listen, in Deuteronomy, it says that the Israelites will get all this land.
No, but does Joshua say that all the land promised to them has already been given?
So how do you explain it based on the Deuteronomy that says that there's all land?
I need an answer, man.
So that's not the meaning. Obviously, that's not the meaning.
Okay,
which chapter and verse is it?
It's
in Hebrew. Which chapter and verse?
Joshua 21, 43 to 45. Joshua says all the land promised to the Israelites were already given. And they never controlled the lands given to Abraham. Rather, the kingdom of Ishmael did. Thank you for confirming that the kingdom of Ishmael is the kingdom of God promised in the Torah.
Right.
We just looked at it here. The descendants of Abraham who will control these lands are not the Israelites, because the Israelites already controlled all the lands that was promised to them.
The Muslim appeals to Genesis 15, where Abraham's descendants are promised 10 portions of land. He then cites Joshua 21:43, which states that Israel received all of the land as promised to their fathers. From this, he argues that since Israel did not possess all 10 portions, the promise of Genesis 15 must instead refer to another branch of Abraham's descendants, the Ishmaelites. The issue is that the Muslim is assuming that Genesis 15 is the only designation of Israel's inheritance, when the Torah explicitly defines Israel's immediate boundaries in Numbers 34. The point of the verse in Joshua is to establish that all of the borders laid out to their fathers in Numbers 34 had been received. In regards to Genesis 15, where Abraham's seed would merit to rule from river to river, this promise pertains to a later fulfillment, to be actualized through the offspring of David, not an Ishmaelite, as Psalm states, Psalm 72:1. To Solomon, O God, endow the king with your judgment, the king's son with your righteousness. May he have dominion from sea to sea, and from the river onto the ends of the earth. Thus there is no contradiction, for Joshua records the fulfillment of Israel's initial inheritance pertaining to Numbers 34, while Genesis describes a future expansion, one that Psalms clarifies to occur in the Messianic era, through the ultimate Davidic Messiah, and not an Ishmaelite.